Welcome back into 3HL. Yes, indeed, we are live and direct at Buffalo Wild Wings right out here in Spring Hill, man. Make sure you get on, and you can catch us streaming also at Facebook, Twitter, Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Oh, yeah, and YouTube, my bad. That's a little behind right there. But guess what? We are rocking and rolling. We left off talking about Big Jeff and what was said that he cleaned up at his press conference.
Yes. So Chris Jones said in his media availability after the game, he was asked, okay, were you guys, how'd you prepare basically for Malik Willis?
Right.
Did it surprise you? And Chris Jones said no, because I talked to Jeffrey Simmons during the week, and he told me that Ryan Tannehill was in a boot.
Yeah.
And so, we kind of knew that Tannehill wasn't going to go.
We knew he wasn't going to go.
Well, so Big Jeff was asked about that in the locker room today. Here's what he told the media.
Y'all guys, y'all saw it. I mean, I said something to him on Twitter about it. I mean, I'm past that, but he know, like he said, they trying to make a story, but that's not me. I'm past that, but yeah, I would never do that. I mean, team is first. I don't care, what type of relationship I have with anybody, but I put my team first before anything. So,
you know what?
I believe it.
I do too. I do too. Big Jeff is a guy I believe. He's been genuine since draft day, since talking to Miss Amy. I think one thing he stands on is his morals. If nothing else, you know what I'm saying? You got that to fall back on. So I'm going to take him at his word. I believe and when it came out, we were all looking at each other like, whoa, wait a minute. Somebody got tricked right here. You know what I'm saying? And what you have to do also is take into account the personality of a guy like Chris Jones. Like, you saw a little bit of it at the overtime coin toss with him being demonstrative and, yeah, we want to receive. Like, that's him. Fun-loving guy, easygoing, you know what I'm saying, playing things up, and that's what Big Jeff said he was doing. He's just playing this up right here. So I take that. I take that for what it is. Can't play around like that. But
how's Big Jeff doing injury-wise, health-wise? Because,
that's the question.
We don't expect to see him practice at all this week.
No.
Regardless, he had that long pause when Buck asked him. So where is he health-wise?
I'm focused on just day by day, honestly. I mean, I don't know what God have in store for me, but, the only thing I can control, and that's attack this rehab each and every day and just honestly just believing what Brave and them got me doing and Todd and them, trusting in them that they're going to get this ankle right. And, if it's be out there Sunday, Thursday, and whenever it may be, I'm excited just to be in the building for sure. So
in the building. Gotta love Big Jeff in the building. What you taking from that, Babs?
I want you to decipher that in athlete speak.
So this what I think.
I don't think it's good.
No, okay, so my ankle ain't good.
Yeah.
My ankle is not good, people. But come Sunday and come Thursday, I'm out there. I hope they back to where it's supposed to be, but I'm out there Sunday and Thursday. That's what I took from it. But this is my point right here, Babsy. This when you got to protect. What's important? What is important right here? That's the question. I would much rather have him 90% going against the Bengals than going against a struggling Broncos team. And yes, it's the NFL, day in, day out. Like, you got to go out there and play. Yeah, any given Sunday. I understand that. But with the people that you can plug in, I think you all right, man. I think you're okay. But if you hear if it's up to Big Jeff, he's playing. He's playing to me. Me, as the coach, I'm protecting him from himself. Big Jeff, you ain't playing in this game, my man. I'm sorry. I would love to know what the listeners throw.
Definitely not playing like Sunday, Thursday turnaround.
No. Matter of fact, like I said yesterday, you keep it up, Big Jeff. I'm going to put you in the boot. We're going to put a little lock on it, and you can't even get it off. You got to shower with it hanging out the shower and everything. Like, it is what it is. We got to protect you, big dog. You the investment. You the franchise. Along with dude back at number 22. We need you. You got to be full health. For us to do what we want to do, you can't walk in the playoffs with him 70%. I'm sorry.
That's what matters. Well, the rest of the division games.
That too.
Jacksonville and one more with Houston, right?
Yep.
Those matter because that's your ticket to the playoffs.
Exactly. You can hear it in his voice. Like, this man is out here. He understands, too, what he's playing for. Like, as much as it is about the team, like individual accolades are on the line too. Like this man wants a HOF career. He wants a Hall of Fame career. And the way you do that is go out there, man, and as close to 100% as possible. Not every game is going to be like that, but you know you got something right here, especially with games at hand, that you can rest a big guy like him, man. Like you can see it on him.
You can hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
I mean, he straight up brought up God when he was talking about his injury. Like, you know where he's in a place right now.
Yep. Come on, man. Not right now. That's the prayers at night. Not right now. But it's gonna be interesting to see what happens moving forward. I just know, man, if you leave it up to a competitor like him, same thing for Tannehill.
He's gonna play.
Yeah, like you're playing, Babs. This is what you do. You done it all your life. One game, I'm gonna be honest. One game, all right, I'm cool. Like I can make it through that. It's gonna kill me. But boy, 2-3 games when you know your team is relying on you, no, I'm out there. Go 40%. I'm going out there as an athlete.
Well, and Todd Downing spoke about it too, talking about Tannehill. You know, it is killing him. I think this is exactly what he said. It's killing him to not be out there with his team.
With his guys.
Yes.
With his guys.
He wants to play.
And you heard it also, Babs, real quick. Elijah Molden was talking about being able to get back out there, and that was the first thing he said. Through this injury, at first, I would rush back. But now I understand I got to take the small victories in the rehab in order to come back healthier. It's not nothing you can play with. It hurts to sit there and watch your teammates. As a player, you want to be out there and play. But, man, the trainers and everybody got to protect me, not let me out there too early where I re-injure something. Hey, man, I'm telling you.
See the rookies.
Come on now.
Learn that too.
Yes, you
do. And it's funny because I remember Ramon preaching that. They don't care about you personally. Don't come back too soon.
Nope.
And re-injure or make it a longer
Because you ain't
disappearance.
You ain't got nothing to stand on when it happens, Babs.
Right.
Your performance is based when you go in there and watch film. They're gonna be like, man, what was going on right here, Coach? I was hurt. What? You was out there. You had the opportunity to sit down. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that at all. So, man, you got to be wise with this, man. It's a tough sledding in the NFL and the pros, period. So, protect them, man. Got to protect them at all costs. 615-737-1045. I would like to know, before we move on, like, what do the listeners think about trying to protect the guys from themselves? Like, are you okay with Big Jeff going on out there?
I am.
You fine with him? 70%.
He's so effective regardless of what percent he is.
True.
He's so disruptive. You have a Denver offense that is struggling right now.
Right.
And I'll tell you my concern with the Broncos here in a little bit, and it's not key matchups or anything like that. We'll get into that. But, I mean, it might be something where you won't necessarily need Big Jeff the full game. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But like,
spurts.
yes. If he feels good enough to play.
The only thing that worries me about it, and I know you can't. I
mean, it's week 10. There's time before the playoffs.
When he came over to the sideline and he went down and he grabbed his ankle again.
Did you? Oh, you went back and watched the broadcast of it?
I thought it could have been prevented, man. I thought that was fatigue in the game. Like, once you get them going, like, how you going to tell them, man, no, not sit out on this one. It's 3rd and long. We need you. Nah, Big Jeff, you done been out there, man. You on a pitch count. We got you out there for 35 plays. We at 50 right now. Just be cool, big guy. How you going to tell him to be cool, Babs? He might push you down and run on out there. Like, I don't like it. I'm going to be honest. I don't like it. I understand what you're saying, though. I just don't like it.
Well, this is what I don't like. With the Broncos.
Okay, talk to me.
This is a concern.
Shift it.
You can tell me if I'm crazy.
I'm with you.
All right. Broncos come off a win over Jacksonville before the bye, right? 21-17 win. Added some tempo. Russell Wilson got a little going. Got things going a little bit. They get a win. They have a bye to kind of get it all together. They're looking at this as a do or die. Win or basically the season is probably over.
Right.
That's how they're looking at it. If you look at the percentages of, the analytics, I think New York Times does a playoff predictor kind of thing.
Right.
A win over the Titans doubles their percent to be in the postseason. From 8% to 14%. Still not very high, but doubles their chance. If they lose, their percentage drops down to 4%.
Yeah.
So this Broncos team knows it's do or die starting now, backs up against the wall, and I feel like now it doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to Nathaniel.
Yeah.
But but
make sure you keep that.
That's a Russell Wilson with his back up against the wall, knowing that this is like a playoff game for them if they want to stay alive, to play for anything this season. That's my concern. Coming off a bye, coming off a trip to London where they get a win and do things a little bit different. And we'll ask Cosell about this when we have him on in about an hour, just kind of what he saw in that Broncos-Jacksonville game, what they did a little differently. Not that they lit up the scoreboard, but better than it has been.
Yeah.
And, your true Nathaniel Hackett's on the hot seat. I mean, I think that's fair, too.
Yeah.
So you've got a team, a coach, everybody whose back is up against the wall in this game.
So my rebuttal to that, the only thing with that is the Titans have seen teams like that before this season, where you had the Colts in the same position where Irsay was putting all of the pressure on the guys. They were able to beat them there, then come back here, and again, the feet be held to the fire for the Colts, needing to get this win, and the Titans went out there and handled business. In this case with Denver, I think it's the same thing, but the Titans don't have the opportunity to sit back and not play like this is everything as well. You know what I'm saying? Even if you were to sit Big Jeff, you bring a guy back in like Tannehill, which I think defense is fine, but you bring a guy back in like Tannehill who changes the offense where you're not looking like you did in Houston, not looking like you did in Kansas City. So the urgency to win is right there with the Titans as well. You just coming off a loss that you gave away. It was the offense's fault. I think
that was a tough.
You know what I'm saying?
Just tough to
That's
swallow.
tough. That's tough. That's tough. I think if this was Thursday, it's a little different looking at the Green Bay Packers losing, 5 in a row? And, I mean, they got Cowboys Sunday before a quick turnaround. That could be 6 in a row. So I think the attention to detail with the Titans, their antennas are up. I don't think this is Denver walking in here and the Titans don't know what's going on. I think they come out there and deliver. I'm not scared of them. Plus, I'm gonna do this, Babs. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Here it goes.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. You got a guy like Nathaniel, and
wait, we have a real Nathaniel in this game.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You got 2 of them, and it ain't Halloween no more. Like the disguises are off. You can't dress up as a Nathaniel. You got your costume put away in the attic for next Halloween. Who shows up is a real Nathaniel. Like, these are Nathaniels that are coming. And you can count on them because you've been able to count on them all year to do Nathaniel-like things. That's all I'm saying. Like, they you know what, Babs? They scare me not one bit. They put me in a haunted house with Nathaniels, I couldn't even be more scared. That's all I'm saying.
I think that Russell Wilson is, and I know this is weird to say, but I think he's a little bit of a head case. Right?
He got a lot going on.
I think he's got a lot going on.
He got a lot
I think
going
the outside noise affects him.
Yeah.
I think the tweets. I think some of his teammates' comments. I think even the Pete Carroll, kind of sly, subtle shots that he takes. Like there's one about, Russ never wanting to wear a wristband. Well, he wore one in the Jags win, and so Pete Carroll was asked about it. So that's all out there. I think all of that stuff affects Russell Wilson.
He's got rabbit ears.
Yes. But I also think the fact that they're coming off a bye and off a win will help him between the ears.
Okay, that's fine.
And I know that's funny to say about a guy like Russell Wilson with all the success that he has had, but I really think he has some issues between the ears.
I think so too.
Focus.
I think so too. You looking at it, Babsy?
So I'm saying he's in a better place now,
now.
walking into this game than he maybe was 3 weeks ago.
I don't think so.
No? He's still
I think he's still there. Yeah, because, I mean, like, the win that they got was out of the country against the Jaguars. And
and the Jags going to jag?
at some
that
point.
What you're saying?
As much as I think that they're going to finish second in the AFC South somehow, some way, they're still going to jag. Before that, they had the Jets. They scored 9 points. They had the Chargers. They scored 16 points. They had the Colts. That game was 12-9. They had the Raiders, who are horrible. 32-23 they lost. So I just like looking at this, I don't see what changes. I think they put all the eggs in the back against the wall basket when they go against the Raiders. Since that, that's a division. I mean, that's a division foe. So I think that's when the back is against the wall. You still got a little equity there. We'll give you one more week, Russ. One more week, Nathaniel, before we get you on the chopping block. I almost did like Yorl and said chop his head off, but that ain't what we're doing. That's Mayor.
That's a little dramatic.
Yeah, shout out to Mayor.
615-737-1045 if you want to jump in the discussion. If you want to come out here, hang out with us in Spring Hill at Buffalo Wild Wings. Come on out, get some wings, hang out. We coming up in our next segment, we will give away some Titans gear, and then we've got ticket giveaways to the Broncos game at 4:00 hour, and ticket giveaways for the Bengals game in the 5:00 hour.
Yep.
We'll do some stuff on the phone as well. So come on out and see us.
Guess what, Babsy? I think it's something that needs to be said too. The Vols play Missouri. Senior day. Mizzou up there on Rocky Top.
Can you believe it's already the last home game
that fast.
in Neyland?
That fast.
I feel like this season has flown.
It's fun when you're winning. It's fun out there. But I think it's something that needs to be revealed, man, that somebody put some bulletin board material out there.
Was it drink?
No, it's a reflection of them, though. And we'll let you know when we get back, man. This is 3HL. Stay right here.
Friday night, it's Smyrna at
Dawn, you got the NFL no sweat here.
playoffs on the 104.5 The Zone High School Football Game of the Week.
Looking end zone, throws back of the end zone. What a catch! Touchdown!
Coverage starts Friday night at 6:45 with
the way. Yorl is out right now, man. You know, he's live on what?
Assignment.
Live on assignment. That's right. Wherever he's at on assignment, he's live. Right?
You always forget what word we use.
I sure do. Yeah, he's on assignment right now. Me and Babsy in here holding it down. We got Hunk right here. Kirby's here. CJ's up front by the box that you can come put your name in, and you can get these
Put your
cool
name
giveaways.
in the box.
That's right. Cool giveaways, man. We got one coming up here shortly. We're going to give a
CJ know
polo away.
this?
CJ, I hope, knows this. CJ likes to take a lot of pictures, so he's been busy taking pictures right now. But
CJ, bring the box over.
CJ, we need the box.
Put your name in the box.
And if you are here in this area, in the Spring Hill area, get on over here, man. We're giving away Broncos tickets in the 4 o'clock hour. If you're listening to the show, 615-737-1045. In the 4 o'clock hour, we will also give away Colorado Vols tickets taking place at Bridgestone this Sunday. And then in the 5 o'clock hour, like Babsy said, we'll be giving away Bengals tickets and Broncos tickets again by phone. But right now, we've got Joe Hunk ready to give away some cool gear.
What are we giving away? Titans Polo.
Titans Polo is what we're giving away, and that goes to Cody Clark.
Cody! Hey! Tighten up, Cody Clark. There you go, man.
Cody's in the building.
He's most definitely in the building, man. Come on, Cody. You just walked in, too, and got a gift already. You set that up, man. That's what's up, man. Y'all come through the Buffalo Wild Wings right here in Spring Hill. Put your name in the box, and let's get active.
Yes, 615-737-1045. You want to discuss Titans, Broncos. You want to discuss Vols and Tigers. We'll hit what you were talking about.
Yeah.
The whole bulletin board material. We'll hit that right at the top of the 4 o'clock hour.
Okay, because I got some things to say about that, Babs.
Really? I'm shocked. Ron Slay has an announcement?
Yep,
No,
got an announcement.
I don't believe you.
Yep.
Yep.
Coming up, Bert.
That's in the 4 o'clock hour. Be
Pay
ready for
attention
it,
to this one.
Hey, but in the meantime,
Between time.
let's go ahead and hit the phone lines. We've got, let's hit Thad. We've got Thad on the line. Hey, Thad, how are you?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Doing good, brother. How you doing? Let's get it.
Man, not too bad. It's a long work day. Been listening to the show for a long time, man. I'm a big fan. I really like the family atmosphere that you guys kind of exude on the radio. So props to y'all.
Appreciate that.
I wanted to call and touch bases on kind of what Slay was saying, and you guys specifically about Simmons and Tannehill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lifelong Titans fan. I mean, diehard.
Yeah.
If Tannehill can go, Tannehill's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Simmons, I wanted to reach out to say, I kind of like the way that you're thinking, Slay. You know, give him a little time off, give the big man a little time off. My thing is with Denver's an AFC opponent.
Yeah.
So if he can go, you get out there and you knock Russell Wilson around.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we get to Green Bay's hot garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're a hot mess right now.
Yes.
Yeah, you put the Nico into his spot, rotate some people around, give Simmons about 2 weeks off, and then you get ready for the stretch run. I love you guys, man.
Appreciate that, Dad. Love you, brother. Hey,
Thanks,
man.
Dad.
That was listen. That's why it's always good to pull in the listeners, our family listeners, man, and let them give their perspective. Because guess what? I'm open for change. I'm open-minded in these situations, Babsy.
I think I wouldn't be as concerned
Against Green Bay.
I'm not saying. I'm saying with Big Jeff and
Okay.
his injury, if his body language and him talking about it wasn't the way it was. And I'm sure that he feels a little pressure too. I mean, well, first of all, Big Jeff is super competitive.
Right.
If he can play, he wants to play. All these NFL guys, most of these NFL
Yeah.
guys are like that. You know, Tannehill's like that.
Yep.
You know, Big Jeff's like that. But I'm sure he feels a little pressure too. You know, that article comes out about his contract and his comments, and then he's asked about it, you know, turns into a little bit of a distraction, and he certainly, I don't think, meant it to be that way.
Right.
But, you know, he spoke to The Athletic during the bye week, so then that comes out, and, I mean, what did a lot of people say about A.J. Brown, too? Oh, well, you know, you can't count on him.
Yep.
That knee injury, and, you know, he didn't play full seasons.
Right.
So there could be some pressure there, too, whether it's real or not, for Big Jeff to continue to fight through it and play. And that's where it comes in. You talk about protecting the player from himself when you need him healthy later in the year. So.
Yeah. Spot on.
Yes.
Spot on with that. Shout out to Thad. I like that. I thought that was cool. You know, if you can't go this game, you then take off the next week, which would be really like a week and a half. You can take him all the way to the next following Wednesday, and let him rest. So yeah, I'm with that, man. I know I've had ankle sprains and things of that nature, man, and I know getting out there and going. And me and Babs were talking about it yesterday. Like I sprained my ankle enough to know that when the ligaments are all torn up, like I just need 2 days to get back. You know what I'm saying? But
Like your ankle's used to it.
they used to it. Yeah,
It just like bounces back.
I just get back into it, and like y'all can tell when they're getting weak and everything. So it's weird. You start to know your body. And I'm sure a guy like Big Jeff knows his body, but I'm also like you said, you feel the pressure. Not most of the time of management, but your guys out there battling. Man, it's nothing like walking through practice. You see guys out there grinding, sweating, man, pushing through, and then also having fun because that's fun. You know what I'm saying? That's what you train to do. And you got to keep walking by, man, like, man, we go ahead and get treatment. You're like, I want to be out there. So that's where the protect yourself for me comes from.
So news out of Denver, slot wide receiver KJ Hamler, who was injured yesterday at practice, and he was kind of expected to step in and see some more reps.
Right.
He is now expected to miss Sunday at Tennessee because of a hamstring injury. He was limited on Wednesday, and the head coach said we're evaluating the injury, but it looks like now he's not going to go. Numerous reports out of Denver saying hamstring. We all know wide receiver and soft tissue injuries are not ideal. So it looks like KJ Hamler will not play on Sunday, according to reports for the Broncos.
That's another weapon down, man. That's another weapon down. We'll take it.
Yep, no doubt. All right, 4 o'clock hour is coming up. We already did our giveaway.
Yeah, we did the giveaway.
4 o'clock hour coming up. If you want to jump in our conversation, 615-737-1045. We have Greg Cosell at about 4:20.
Yep, we do. And at the 4 o'clock hour, Babs said, you know what? I've got an announcement. Vols fans.
Is coming up. Stay with us.
Yeah.
Coming up tomorrow.
It's like you got Superbook here in 20.
What's
going on?
Gambling problem, call 1-800.
The injury report is at least out for the Titans, and this looks like a book. Matter of fact, it looks like a long book, so let's go ahead and get going to it. The players that did not practice today: Zach Cunningham, Bud Dupree, Amani Hooker, Big Jeff, Tierra Tart, Josh Thompson, take a deep breath, Christian Fulton, Derrick Henry, as well as Joshua Kalu. These players were full participants today. Danico Autry, Aaron Brewer, Dontrell Hilliard, Lonnie Johnson, David Long, Kevin Strong, and yes, Ryan Tannehill. So that is trending to more towards the fact that he will be starting on Sunday. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans and home to 3HL out at Spring Hills B-Dubs. This is 104.5 The Zone.
The 3HL with Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay.
You're up in 3, 2. Go ahead.
Welcome in 3HL on 104.5 The Zone. Happy Thursday to you. Just a few days away. Well, I guess we have a football game tonight, but from Vols and Mizzou, Titans and Broncos. Should be a good, fun week. And I'm Don Davenport. Brent Doherty, Mayor, is off on assignment today, but we have Ron Slay in the building at B-Dubs.
I'm in the building.
Hey, I'm in the building.
That's what I'm in the building.
Better be ready.
I'm in
the building.
Carrying on the roof.
Time for the show.
There we go.
There you go. There's the reaction.
Yeah, people starting to get off work and try to mosey on in. They know the Miller Lite wash away toast coming up, man. You got to get to it, Babs. Look at it. What
are these blue drinks they
know.
keep passing out?
Back in the day, man, that was Hypnotic and what was it? He just called it Incredible
Come on,
Hulk.
go find out what those blue drinks are.
I'm on top of it, Rose.
Thank you.
Hey, man, but this right here, this is where we at, man. Buffalo Wild Wings in Spring Hill is going down, and this is the co-host, Babsy.
Hi.
That's bonk.
Oh.
That's bonk. Twitch, please.
Now we're going bonk.
Twitch, please. Twitch, please.
Now we're going
I mean,
bonk.
it makes sense, Babsy, for what we got going on.
I know. Bert is back at the studio.
What up, Bert?
What the hell's going on, Slay?
Man, foolishness is going on.
Holding it down.
All right, I have your answer.
What is it?
It's a blue Long Island.
It says too much syrup and sugar in it for me.
There's about 6 of them outside right now at a party.
What's the blue, though? So it's a Long Island iced tea with blue in it?
They just made it look pretty.
I guess so. I don't know nothing about that, Babs.
Hey, that blue back when I was in school was that UV blue. Did y'all ever drink any of that?
No, I see. That's what I was trying to say.
Bert? Where'd you go to school?
Incredible Hulk,
I
Hypnotic,
went to the drinking capital of North Carolina.
He went to East Carolina.
Oh, that's a party school.
He's a party animal.
UV blue was like this Kool-Aid that was alcoholic, and it would just make you make bad decisions.
A bad decision drink for a college student. All right.
That's what. Well, guess what?
Bert.
You can come get something like that here at B-Dubs on a Thursday. Start your weekend off right. Come see us. We're going to give away Titans Broncos tickets in this hour to somebody here on site and then also over the phone.
Colorado Vols ticket over the phone. Mm-hmm. So we mixing it up on them.
Oh, we have a ton of givewaves that we're doing today. This hour we've got 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you just keep us on that.
I got you on that,
I can't keep
Rose.
up with all this.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
After Greg Cosell, we have Tennessee Colorado tickets for the game on Sunday.
Oh, that's going to be fun. You know Ron Slay will be in the building there. Take that in. At
You better
Bridgestone
believe
Arena.
it.
Yes. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the Vols. Obviously, we've talked some Titans Broncos, and we'll jump back into that with Greg Cosell, best film analyst in the business. He'll go over Malik Willis's second start. We'll get with him on what he sees out of Nathaniel Wilson. But before we jump into that, I want to talk about Tennessee.
Yes.
This weekend, final home game, senior night for the Vols, Neyland Stadium. Crowd has been phenomenal at Neyland so far this season. I mean, honestly, even 3 years ago when they were not what they are now, Tennessee fans show up. It is what it is. Like, that environment is always good. It's just amazing this year.
Right.
So I'm sure there will be plenty of fans in Neyland. thank the seniors.
Yes.
All that jazz.
Yep. Going to be an
Mizzou.
emotional day. Emotional day coming up, Babs.
So I need your announcement about this game.
Well, yeah, and you know what, Bert, that right there grabs everybody's attention, and they're like, man, what he got to say? And this is what I got to tell everybody, man. Coming off the tough loss at Georgia, when, it was going down. Sanford, that's the name of it, Sanford Coliseum. No, Stedman Coliseum is the basketball. Sanford Stadium is, there you go. See, listen, man. Hey, anyway, all I'm saying is the fans were rowdy down there in Georgia, and we salute them, man. SEC, it just means more, especially for schools that have really been in it, that just been really out there battling and getting to it.
And man, you think that environment affected the
Woo!
Vols?
Woo!
Yes.
That environment was rocking and rolling. I'm talking about like almost like the swamp back there with Tebow and them, and then taking it back to Warfel and them. Like it was rocking. You got rain coming down. Ain't nobody going to concession stands. They like jumping around in the rain. Like the rain don't mess with us. We scoring touchdowns. Look at Stetson Bennett. He playing out his mind. Ooh, look at Jalen Carter. And you know what, Babs said? I said, man, I sure can't wait till the Vols get back up on Rocky Top. And lo and behold, you know what? It's a home game. It just so happened the new team, Mizzou want to slide on up the Rocky Top. And not like we need anything else, Babsy. We don't need no ice cream with our cake. We don't need no milk with our cereal. We don't need no peanut butter with our jelly. We got everything. Don't bring nothing to this party. We got everything we need right there on Rocky Top. But yet and still, you want to go out and make a comment. And not just anybody, Babsy. Not the cornerback, not the equipment manager, not the trainer.
I expect it to be Drink.
Yeah, Drink.
The head coach.
He's known for it.
I've said that. I'm like, that guy has swagger. He don't give a you-know-what. Like,
Babsy?
Like, Drink will say anything.
And when I said that on Monday, I said, that's Babsy guy because he going to give you sound bites and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Bring the lifesaver, bring it all out because you keep receipts.
I told you he's the one that after they beat Kentucky was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go celebrate with some Kentucky bourbon.
He sure did.
No, actually, I'm going to go celebrate with some tequila.
He sure did.
Because, the Stoops family.
They own a tequila.
Owns a tequila company. So he's savage, right?
He's savage
but
and
it's
savvy.
Not him.
No, savage and savvy together. That's
right.
Nice little, man, I like that. But Robert has something for the people to listen to that the quarterback of the Missouri Tigers, Brady Cook said. Talk to him, Bert.
Yeah, I think we're battle tested. We've experienced a lot of environments. I mean, South Carolina was one of the loudest. I think this offense has been in, we're battle tested, and I think we'll handle it just fine.
Oh no,
Bert!
Oh no, Brady!
Bert!
No.
Now,
What's wrong
Bert.
with him?
Now, this is when you acting up in church, and your grandmama or your mama or somebody look over there, and they give you that look like, boy, sit down. And then when you get in the car, they look back at you like, boy, if you ever say anything, boop, hit them right in the mouth. Like, don't you ever say nothing. So, Bert, play that one more time, Bert, so the people know exactly what the quarterback of the Missouri Tigers said to everybody up there on Rocky Top.
Yeah, I think we're battle tested. We've experienced a lot of environments. I mean, South Carolina was one of the loudest. I think this offense has been in, we're battle tested, and I think we'll handle it just fine.
Hunk and Robert, I have an announcement. Brady Cook, young man, you just wrote your ticket to the end of your season. I would like to thank everybody in Missouri for whoever went out and recruited this young man, signed him to a 4-year scholarship. Thank you so much for on senior day questioning exactly what's going to happen up down Rocky Top. And matter of fact, comparing it to what South Carolina has. They got something called Kneeling Loud. Y'all got the Gamecocks. It ain't no comparison. Up on Rocky Top.
South Carolina's loud now.
It is loud. It ain't kneeling. I don't care what nobody say. And I stand beside that. And young man, you got to come up there in front of 100,000+ on senior night, and you going to say that about Byron Young. Young man, I hope that they got your ticket home. because it's going to be difficult to find you because with Byron Young, Big Omari, what these fans are going to do to y'all battle tested? Really? Against who? What is y'all record? Y'all are 4-6, 2-4 in the conference. Battle tested. In order to be battle tested, mean you got to come out on the other end of the battle with some wins. You ain't got no wins. And we used to be there in that path, but we not no more. We the big dogs behind Georgia. So guess what? Only people need to be talking is Georgia. Outside of them, Brady, boy, you in trouble. I'm telling you that right now. Missouri, them little Tigers, y'all coming up there. I hope you got a leash. I hope you got a leash for that Tiger, because, boy, he's going to be running rampant all around the stadium, and ain't nobody going to pet him. He's just running around. No food to eat, nothing. Starving. Tiger starving. Call Peter, pet her, anybody. The Tigers are going down thanks to Brady Cook. You just gave us all we need. We thank you, sir.
So Tennessee covers?
Covers? We going to whoop them by 40. We going to whoop them by, I'm telling you this right now. 20.5 is the line. Double it.
We got a lot of balls in here. You go 40?
40.
I thought the saying's balls by 50.
Mike Gundy, I'm 40 and I'm a man. That's what I'm trying to tell him, man. This man going to get, hey, boy, it's over. It's over, I'm telling you. Thank you, Brady.
Poor Brady Cook. He's only a sophomore. He doesn't know what he doesn't know.
Well, he should have used the COVID year to figure out some more things. Could have been a junior. That's what he should have been, a junior. Boy, you are in trouble. Boy, I can't believe you said that. Woo, I know Drink is back in the locker room like, hey, man, who sent him out there? Who sent him? No more players talking to the media no more. No more players talking to the media. Boy, I can't wait. I'm going to call up there to some of my reps up at UT, and I'm going to tell them what they said just in case they don't know. They ain't paying attention.
Now, it is a noon game, isn't it?
Babs, I don't care if it's a 2 a.m. game.
It's a noon game.
Hey, I don't care if it's 7 in the morning.
It's a noon game, coming off Georgia, coming off game day, being there. Are the Tennessee fans going to show up?
What? Are they going to show up? Babs, they lucky if they ain't already there. The people are already there. Man, the people been laying in the river right there by the field goal that they laid out there from the Alabama game. The people most definitely going to show up. And you know what, Brady, about you and the Missouri Tigers, I don't give a damn. Vols by 40. Book it. Telling you. Yeah, see what I'm saying? You heard Smokey.
You ever notice that when he gets fired up, he goes into Muhammad Ali?
No, I go into Ron Slate. Ali didn't have no headband. I got a headband. Tell Ali that. You know what I mean? No, and I got my Godfather socks on today. I'm feeling good.
Greg Cosell is coming up
Let's
next.
get it.
This is 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
The Titans host the Denver Broncos.
to Denver, Tennessee game this weekend.
That's
We've
right,
got
Babs.
Spring Hill's finest in here.
That's right.
Taking a little break, so come on in. Time now, though. We do this every Thursday. The best film evaluator in the entire country, and we get to spend a full segment with him. Greg Cosell is with us. Hey, Cosell, how are you?
What's up, Greg?
Hold on a second. I'll get him.
Okay.
Oh, stand by.
It's all right. It's all right.
We having technical difficulties?
Maybe Greg was out there looking for Brady Cook.
I don't think he bothers
yeah.
himself with,
I wouldn't either.
with your
I wouldn't either.
bulletin board material.
I'm just saying, Greg know about bulletin board material, man. Listen, it is a real thing, especially when you give it out. It's different if the media gives it out, but the funniest thing about that, man, to come out and say you were battle tested, like that's like
you don't want to let it go, do
no,
you?
man. Like, come on, dude, leave it alone. Why would you get up there and say that, man? Yeah. Like, it's been a sellout. They got the opportunity to go undefeated, and this is what happens. Come on, guys. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It'll be all right. Brady won't be all right, though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I expect, man. I really do expect him to beat him by 40, Babs.
Well, we'll see.
I'm telling you, Babs. What do you mean you gonna see?
We're moving on.
Okay.
It's week 10. We're moving on. We're talking. We'll go ahead and try and get Cosell here, but just looking at the Broncos as far as matchup, we're about to talk that with Cosell. The 2022 Broncos defense. Okay.
Yep.
Through 8 games, allowing just 8.5 yards per completion.
Okay.
They have an absolutely dominant pass defense right now at this point in the season. Now, some people will argue, look at who they played. Mm-hmm. I get it. Now, run defense, not as good. We know exactly what the Titans do. But there has been no defense in NFL history that's allowed less than 9 yards per completion over the course of the season. Now, they've got a tough schedule coming up. There's, who knows if that sticks. But it is hard to throw the ball and have success against this Broncos defense. They are legit. Right.
And I think going forward, I think the best thing then is to hopefully get your defense to score. Like, I do think this is a defense that can go out and score, or if not, at least give you short field. You know what I'm saying? At least give you short field. Now, offensively for us, Babsy, is the question. Like, what happens if our offense again is stagnant? Like, at some point you got to do a 180, don't you? I mean, this is the pros. Do you go through the season like this when you got a guy like King Henry having I ain't gonna say historical, but a King Henry like year? Like, how can you not
just go run?
Run
the best out of the ball on the Broncos.
Well, we did against Houston.
And the biggest question is going to be, how's this defensive line going to look without Bradley Chubb? Because when he was traded, this team was on a bye. So they have yet to play a game. Every stat you're going to see about the Broncos
is with Chubb.
Every stat is with Chubb. When you see how many sacks they have, he is still one of their sack leaders because they haven't played a game without him yet.
Well, they're about to.
Are we getting Cosell? What's going on?
They're going to be in trouble.
We good?
Hey there, Greg.
I can hear you guys.
Hey!
Sorry, Cosell. You know what happens sometimes when we're on location on Thursdays.
What's up,
Things
Greg?
get wild at B-Dubs.
I just thought no one wanted to see my face. I don't blame him,
Greg Cosell, the best film evaluator in the business. We get a full segment with him. Cosell, how's your week going?
I think it's going okay,
Okay.
Seems to be.
How not fun was it to go back and watch the film of this Titans offense on Sunday night?
Yeah, it's a tough offense to watch. I think we all knew that. The thing is we don't have to interpret how they feel about Willis and what he can and can't do at this point. They tell you pretty much how they feel by what they do. So it's not really an interpretation. It's just they're telling you. On the other side of the ball, though, I thought their defense was really, really good.
Phenomenal. Let's start with Malik. Now, Ryan Tannehill was a full participant at practice today. I know he wants to go, so he is trending towards playing on Sunday. But before we kind of jump into that, what kind of progress did you see out of Malik Willis at quarterback?
I wouldn't say there was any meaningful progress at all. The thing is, the standard is really, really low right now, so people might view a couple of good throws as, wow, he made progress. Obviously, the back shoulder throw to Hooper was a really good throw. Obviously, the ball that Connolly dropped was a really good throw. Beyond that, you'd probably have a tough time picking out good throws, and they don't want him to throw the ball. We're not going to go through, specific plays necessarily because people can't see the plays as we talk about this, but there are clear game situations where a pass would be called with pretty much any quarterback in the league, and they don't call passes because they really don't want him to throw the ball. That tells you what you need to know. We don't need to figure this out. They're telling you. So, the thing with young quarterbacks mostly, and particularly ones that come from a system that is, fairly elementary, is they just don't see things because that's not how they're taught the position. So you're putting them in a tough spot when it gets to unfavorable down and distance situations and they have to drop back. It's really difficult for them because they can't make the connection between, okay, here's the play call, here's the route concepts, and here's the defense. That might seem easy, and maybe it's easy in the meeting room and on the iPad, but it's not easy when it happens really fast on the field.
Especially when you have an offensive line that's kind of patchwork so far, especially coming off the left side. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, you can always say that, and you can always talk about the receivers. So maybe there'd be another play or two made if they were playing with better receivers. But that's, one of the things I learned from coaches a lot smarter than I am, and this goes back to when I was very fortunate to spend a lot of time with Bill Walsh, is when you evaluate a quarterback, you have to isolate the quarterback. The receivers, can a few plays be made if the receivers are better? Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a reflection of the quarterback. So you have to isolate the quarterback and what he is doing when you evaluate a quarterback. And, like I said, they know what they have right now, and they know how they want to play. And, they almost were able to win a game against a really explosive offense playing that way. In some ways, and I know Tannehill played this game, but in some ways you could argue this game had similarities to the playoff loss to the Bengals. You could argue they played Titans football in this game.
And
that's the way they have to play.
Yeah.
They played Titans football. They just couldn't run enough plays. I mean, Henry had 17 carries. They only ran something like 48 plays. If, let's say, it was a more normal game and they could run 65 plays, Henry probably would have had 30 carries. And that's Titans football. Run Derrick Henry, play great defense.
Yeah.
And the quarterback is, kind of along for the ride.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that defensive performance because it was unreal. Big Jeff playing on a bum ankle. Did that show up at all on tape?
I mean, I wasn't studying him personally, so
Right.
I can't say, whether it affected him on specific plays. But I think overall, this defense played exceptionally well. I mean, they were physical. Look, think about how many snaps they had to play in this game.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They played close to 100 snaps. 3 or 4 guys played every snap.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really, really hard to do when you're playing close to 100 snaps. And they didn't blitz much at all. Their 4-man D-line pass rush was able to generate consistent pressure on Mahomes. Mahomes was not comfortable on many snaps in this game. They mixed up their zone and man coverage concepts really well, so they made Mahomes have to mentally work after the snap, and there were times where he kind of broke down when he shouldn't have. They played a lot of different personnel packages, so I'm sure the Chiefs got used to those after a while. And so it came down, when you don't score very much, games come down to an individual play here and there. And obviously one of the biggest plays of the game was Mahomes' 20-yard scramble on 3rd and 17. They were winning 17-9 at the time. You know, if they get the ball back there, who knows what happens.
What did you see on that 3rd and 17?
Well, they rushed 4, and they kind of played a 4 across kind of umbrella zone concept behind it. You know, the thing is, Mahomes anticipated pressure on that play, and he broke down when he did not need to break down because there wasn't pressure, but he'd been getting pressure all game. You know, I could show you a particular frame on that play where Mahomes just clearly broke down and there was no pressure, and then he ran, and because they were playing kind of that deep umbrella because it was 3rd and 17, he had room to, you know, to run, and that was a big play in the game.
Greg Cosell with us. Looking ahead here, we have the Broncos now. Titans and Broncos, obviously, they are coming off a bye and coming off a win in London over the Jaguars, 21-17, where it seemed like they added a little tempo to their offense, maybe gained a little confidence in that game. Do you see a difference offensively in Russell Wilson in their win?
Not a big one. I mean, you're right about what the things they're trying to do. They're trying to generate some offense because they have not been able to do that. They're one of the worst. I mean, this is a game where we have 2 of the worst third down offenses in the NFL. I mean, this could be a pitcher's duel.
Tune in.
Yeah. So, you know, but, you know, Russell Wilson, because of his track record, you never know. So you can't sit here and say they're not going to score or it's going to be hard because he has a track record that's pretty darn good. And based on what you said about Tannehill, maybe he goes this week and their pass game at least can make some plays. But, you know, I think that the Broncos have struggled. Wilson has struggled for the most part. You know, he's made some plays here and there, but they've not been very good on 3rd down, as I said. He's missed some throws. He doesn't make the same number of second reaction movement plays that he used to, whether that's just age catching up to him or whether he doesn't want to do that anymore and wants to be a pocket quarterback. We don't know the answer to that, but you don't see those plays on tape the way you used to. So, and their run game has been up and down. Obviously, they lost Javonte Williams, who I believe was easily their best runner. He's done for the year. So they've got some struggles of their own on the offensive side of the ball.
One
lost
thing
their starting center, too.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, they've got some issues on the O-line as well, correct.
One thing I heard you say on the install, Greg, you were talking about maybe some of Russell Wilson's struggles may come also because of just who he is, meaning his height and his measurements and things of that nature.
You know, look, he has a really good track record, but you still have to evaluate the player on tape, and I've talked to a lot of coaches because he was always a fascinating watch for me. Because even when he was in Seattle and they were winning, and don't forget, his first number of years in the league, they had a great run game and a great, almost historic defense. So there were a lot of games. If you go back through the years, there were a lot of games where they had 130 yards of total offense in the middle of the fourth quarter, and the game was 10-7, and then he made 2 special plays, and they win. You know, when you don't have that defense and you don't have that run game, games don't necessarily play out like that. So you have to be more consistent as a passer within the structure of the offense. Right. And, you know, I think that I don't want to say he's always struggled with that because that would be too strong. But I think that that's not necessarily been the absolute strength of who he's been in his career. He's been a great deep ball thrower. He's been a great second reaction movement player. He's been a dominant fourth quarter player. So that's what he's been. Those are all great traits, but I wouldn't say compared to, let's say, the Breezes of the world, you know, those kinds of quarterbacks, that he's been a consistent snap after snap, down after down player.
So news coming out just a couple of hours ago, I think, on the Broncos, KJ Hamler not going to play. I think they were probably, you know, hoping that he could help kind of at that slot position, but I guess they have used Jerry Jeudy there. How have you seen them use him, and what have you seen from him this year?
Jerry Jeudy?
Yes.
Yeah, Judy's probably best in the slot. I think I kind of over-evaluated him coming out of Alabama. I mean, he's a great route runner. I loved watching him run routes because he was nuanced, he was detailed. As a college player, you don't see that too often. The issue he's had, which I quite frankly didn't think a whole lot about, but it's true as his career has gone on, is there's no physicality to his game whatsoever. So he basically has to win and separate, and he can do that. But he's not going to be your dominant guy. He's going to almost be a second guy. And Cortland Sutton is obviously big. He's physical. He's a good receiver. They've got some weapons, but they haven't been able to really put together a consistent pass game week to week.
Greg, looking at the Broncos defense, this will be their first game without Chubb. What is it that that they bring, and who are some of the key guys that help bring it when you miss a key guy like Chubb?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've got to they've got to put another body out there, but I would say that this defense is actually pretty good. The defensive coordinator has kept a lot of the same principles of Vic Fangio. So they're really a well-disciplined, they're a solid defense. I think Pat Surtain is one of the best corners in this league. There's actually one guy that does need to be mentioned on offense. Sorry to jump in there. The rookie tight end from UCLA, Greg Dulcich, he has added a dimension to this offense that is really, really important because he can run, and he gives them a seam player. He gives them some verticality from the tight end position. He's someone you've got to be aware of. Anyway, getting back to the defense, I mean, they have a player who's probably going to get a lot more snaps now, who I loved coming out of college this year, Nick Benito from Oklahoma. And with Chubb gone, because I think that's what Benito is. I think Benito is an edge player. I think he can bend. He can rush the quarterback. He's going to get a lot more snaps. It wouldn't surprise me if they felt they could trade Chubb because they wanted to give Benito more playing time. So I think he's a player to watch. I think that Draymond Jones, the former Ohio State kid, he's a really good interior player. He can rush the quarterback. Of course, how many times they have to rush the quarterback, who knows in this game. But, they've got some pretty good players. They've got, I guess, is Justin Simmons, didn't he get hurt?
He's got a knee injury.
Do we know what his status is as we're speaking now?
I don't think it's official yet, but he hasn't practiced.
Okay, well, that would be a big loss because he's a really, really good player. I mean, probably a top 3 or 4 safety in the league.
That's big.
Well, and you talk about, their pass D is dominant, but they have struggled a little bit to stop the run this year. I mean, there's some backs who've had some success.
Yeah, no question. Well, they've had injuries at linebacker, so they've had to play guys who probably they do not want to start, but they've had to play them. And they're going to have to stop the run this week. We know that. Depending on how the game goes, Derrick Henry might have 50 carries this week.
Well, Titans fans hope so, since they only saw 7 out of him in the second half last week.
Yeah, well, they just didn't have the ball. I mean, like I said, when you run under 50 plays in an NFL game, that is a problem in and of itself.
It's crazy.
Greg, real quick before you get out of here, looking at Kevin Byard, what do you think about the job that he and the defense did against a guy like Kelsey?
Well, first of all, I had some specific things that they did. There were times they bracketed Kelsey depending on where he was lined up, depending on the down and distance. So they did that. But look, they played. They continued to play kind of that big nickel at times. Mm-hmm. They played a lot of that depending on what the down and distance and the personnel that the Chiefs put out there, because they were doing that with Amani Hooker before he got hurt, and then they just put Kalu into that same role. So they played a lot of big nickel. They played regular nickel, where they brought Mitchell in at one corner opposite Fulton, and McCreary went inside. They also played dime with 3 safeties and 3 corners. So they did a lot, and they did it really well. I mean, I thought, given the amount of snaps they played, that this was really kind of a dominant defensive performance.
Yeah. I was impressed by Byard. I mean, you saw him face to face with
good.
Kelsey. Yeah, with Kelsey numerous times, and he handled him.
Yeah, he's And there were times he just matched up man-to-man without any brackets. So he was the man match on Kelsey when they played man, and they mixed up man and zone quite a bit in this game.
I mean, is that surprising?
Was
that surprising to you that they put Byard man-to-man on Kelsey?
No. Byard, when they play good tight ends, Byard is the man tight end defender because he's their best man defender, as far as safety. So when they really want to play true man on a tight end, where it's they only have one deep safety, it's always Byard.
Okay.
Love it.
There you go. Well, hopefully next week we can talk about this Titans offense, matching up to the defense's performance. How about it?
you mean, Don, we can talk about them in a nice way. That's
yeah.
What you mean.
There you go.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah. Hey, Don, I want to report on Drake May. I haven't seen him other than highlights. Now, is he a true freshman?
No, he is a redshirt freshman. So he sat behind Sam Howell. For people that don't know who we're talking about, I'm working North Carolina this week. This is their quarterback. He has jumped into the Heisman conversation. I mean, people are saying he's going to be, first-round draft pick in 2024. So he's a redshirt freshman. He learned from Sam Howell last year.
So he has to come back for another year.
He does, yes. So you probably...
I'll probably watch him this summer because he'll be talked about. But, all I've seen is highlights. So
he's legit, man.
I know he runs for a lot of yards, too. But, I've just seen highlights.
Okay, good. Well, we'll talk about him this summer then. Yay.
Well, I'll see him, too, when I watch Josh Downs this year because, Josh Downs is obviously – I'll be watching a lot of him because, that guy has about 30 targets every game.
Oh, my gosh, and might be – I mean, shoot, he had 15 catches on 16 targets last week. Cosell.
I know. No, so
and he's 5'10".
Yeah, I know. He's small. I saw him in person at an event this past summer, and when I saw him and somebody said, hey, that's Josh Downs, I thought I was looking at a 10-year-old.
Yeah, seriously, he is. But, man, kid can play, that's for sure. Awesome. Yep. Well, thank you, Cosell. We will chat with you next week.
All right, guys, thanks. Talk to you next week.
Yep.
There you go. That was Greg Cosell, best in the business, executive producer, analyst for NFL Matchup, and senior producer at NFL Films for 44 years now. We're going to take a quick break.
Tickets.
You want to give away tickets right now? Basketball? On the phone. Let's do it.
Yep. Colorado and the Vols taking place at Bridgestone, man. What you need to do is 615-737-1045. Be the fifth caller right now. Hit it. We'll be right back. This is
Good
3HL.
luck to you.
Welcome back into 3HL, baby.
Ron Slay's in the house. Jumps for joy.
Yeah, let's get to it. It's going down.
It is. We are live at Buffalo Wild Wings in Spring Hill, and you can come out. There you go.
Yeah.
You guys have been here a while, right?
They're riding with us, baby. They're riding with us.
It is about time for the Wash Away Toast, but before that, we want to give away some Titans Broncos tickets.
Yes, tickets to this weekend's game.
Here we go.
And a pair of those will be going to Caitlin Harmon.
Caitlin, come on down. Where is Caitlin? Caitlin, where are you? She's outside. Oh, okay.
Caitlin's outside.
Congrats!
Yeah, good job, Caitlin.
Ooh, I bet Caitlin's out there drinking those blue drinks.
I bet she got a
Which,
blue
by
drink.
the way, is a specific type of blue that you put in. Yes.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah, everybody has their Vizzies here. And now we are ready for our Wash Away Toast. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's do it,
It's kind
Babs.
of weird. Mayor's not here, so.
It's all a setup for you, baby.
I know. Look, I got my heels on today, too. All right. Hey, congratulations, Caitlin.
Good job, Caitlin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you got a drink, put it in there. Let's get my throat together. All right, there we go. All right, shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings and Miller Lite. This is the Wash Away Toast. Everything in the past that happened this weekend, we got to wash it away. Most definitely to my Vols family, we got to wash away that Georgia loss, man. All that little rain and the little mucky stuff down there, man. We ain't worried about down there in Georgia. That's why they ain't got no good bourbon down there. That's why you come to Rocket Top. Hey, but outside of that, Kansas City, defense fault, man. Offense got to get it together. It's going to be smooth sailing these next two games because we're playing two Nathaniels. One Nathaniel Sunday and another Nathaniel that's about to be on A-Rod in Green Bay. So here it is. Let's wash the loss away, baby. Tighten up on 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's a good crowd here in Spring Hill. I'm on my own on the mic because I'm not doing the wash away chug like everyone else is. Can you burp off the air today?
Yes, off the air.
There it is.
There you go. I like it. You were supposed to wash away some of these Titans injuries, too.
Oh, yeah. But we tried to do that the week before.
I know.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
We
It's
need to
gotten
rub,
worse.
Yeah, we need to rub some of the wash away toast on the injury. That's what it is.
It has gotten worse. We will update you. Titans injury report. The good news of the day, Ryan Tannehill, full go at practice today. Traylon Burks was back out there again as well, second day in a row. Traylon Burks back on the practice field. So
yes, indeed.
We'll update you on that, and we will catch up with the Miracle Man, Kevin Dyson. Dr. Dice will join us. You know what? We're going to ask him if he has ever in his entire football career not had a wide receiving core that didn't have a catch.
That's tough.
We'll ask him about it.
How do you bounce back from it?
Oh, no. That's coming up next. 3HL on 104.5 The Zone. Come see us at Buffalo Wild Wings in Spring Hill.
Stream the Vols
Right at 40 east of the 24 split, 40 west here at Fessler's, Dickerson Road at Old Hickory, and Charlotte Avenue west of 40 around. That's traffic on your home for the Titans and the Vols. 104.5 The Zone.
From the Superbook.com studio, WGFX Gallatin, Nashville.
A Cumulus media station.
Get the Titans and the Broncos. Kickoff is Sunday at noon.
Mike's hot.
Titans radio flagship. Trending now at 104.5 The Zone.
From the Superbook.com sports desk, good evening. I am Joe Honk. The injury report is now out for both the Titans and the Broncos. We'll get to the Titans in just a second, but for the Broncos, the important injuries, Baron Browning, he has not practiced the last 2 days with a hip injury. He is one of the best linebackers for the Denver Broncos. Also, KJ Hamler did not practice today due to a hamstring injury as well. Continue to pay attention to that. That is one of their speedy wide receivers. And Justin Simmons, arguably one of the best safeties in the NFL, also did not practice, or I should say was limited today, but did not practice yesterday. For the Titans, Zach Cunningham, Bud Dupree, Amani Hooker, Jeff Simmons, Tierre Tart, Josh Thompson, as well as Christian Fulton and King Henry did not practice, nor did Joshua Kalu. But the important name is Ryan Tannehill, who was a full participant today in practice. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL in Spring Hill at the Beat-Ups. This is 104.5 The Zone.
The 3HL with Brent Doherty, Don Davenport.
For 5 The Zone, you are in the building. I hope. If you're not, you missed the wash away toast, but you should have been here.
Ron Slay's in the building.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Hey, I'm in the building. Best believe I'm in the building.
Better be ready.
I'm in the building.
Kyle got the roof.
It's time for the show.
Mayor is not in the building.
Mayor's on assignment, Babsy. I remember.
He will be back tomorrow.
Yes, he will. Then Babsy be out the building.
I'll be out of the building tomorrow, yeah. There you go.
But we will be at Scoreboard. If you want to slide through Bar and Grill on Music Valley Drive near Opryland Hotel. Not Music Silly Drive. It's Music Valley Drive, people. I just made up a place, but that's not it. But y'all slide through and mess with us, man. We done covered a whole lot. You heard the rundown of the injury report. Key news, Ryan Tannehill is back. He's back practicing fully.
Hey, that's huge news.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. So
he's back. So
back.
hopefully he can get those wide receivers some practice.
They
right?
need it. Yes, they need it, man. And I know they're so happy. Once they saw him out there, man, throwing and taking drop backs and cutting a little bit, they were probably like, yes, we're going to get the ball, man. But without further ado, man, we got the one and only Dr. Kevin Dyson. He's on the line and in the building.
Speaking of receiver.
Yeah.
Miracle Man, how are you?
Silly miracle.
Only my dog will catch that. Only my dog will catch it.
Hey, let me ask you this, Dice. Have you ever, in your entire playing career, like high school, college, pros, have you ever been in a wide receiving core that didn't have a single catch in a game?
Let's take high school out of it. Let me take high school out.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. I played early 90s. They were running a whole lot of double wing and fishbone back then.
Oh, yeah. Good call. We'll take high school out.
Yeah, we'll take high school out. But from college and pro, I have not – I don't know. I don't think I can remember a time where I didn't have at least one catch myself.
Yeah.
So, and if I didn't, I know one of my running mates had one. So I can't remember a receiver did not have at least one grab. And, to the defense of the receivers, they only had 5 attempts, I believe, between them.
Yeah.
It's hard to be productive when you're not getting attempts. Now, there's a couple opportunities. They got to make plays. You got a young quarterback. You get that ball hit your chest, man. It's a tough catch, but you're going to have to make that play. Sometimes, like my old receiver coach from college, he'd say, receivers make quarterbacks. They got 300-pound linemen barreling down at them. They can't see everything. They got to put a ball in the spot. Sometimes you got to make the play for him. And that's where I'm disappointed in as far as receiver play is. There were some opportunities where you could help your young quarterback out. It might not have been spectacular numbers, but those could have been game-changing, game-winning plays that they missed opportunities on.
Tell me this, though. How hard is it when, I mean, you only have 5 targets, when, this offense is a run-first offense? How hard is it to find that rhythm as a receiver?
It's extremely hard because it definitely is a feel. It's like if you're a shooter in basketball and you're not getting those shots up, and then you got the game on the line, 3 seconds left on the clock, and you ain't got no shots, you ain't got the feel for that ball in your hand. It's that same kind of mentality, right? You still want to have that feel, that rhythm for where the DB's at, the zone, whether it's man, how you can move your body, catching outside your radius. There's still comes a feel to it, but to the other side of it, you still get paid to make plays regardless, and you got to take the opportunity to make it. I've been on both sides of it. I've missed out on opportunities where I didn't make plays that I should have made, but I've also been fortunate enough to make plays even when people didn't think I could have, and I made them. So this is a situation where the defense was on the field nearly 100 plays, and you just need to make 1 or 2 different difference maker plays, and you missed out. And so I think that's why this conversation is, especially when you got a young quarterback who's completed 10 balls or so in his 2 starts, and receivers really hadn't been a part of the conversation.
Now, Katie, man, when you come back, you're getting into practice, and you start to hear Vrabel in his presser telling the media that, I explained to the receivers, man, in order to get out there on the field, you got to go out there and block. Like, do you? I mean, in the back of your mind, you like, hey, man, hold on, man. We got to get a couple balls. Like, keep me enticed throughout the game, too, man. I don't just want to be out here blocking the whole time. I understand that, but, like, help me out a little bit. What's your thought process in that, if that goes down?
Whether you say it verbally or not, you damn sure thinking it. I'm going to tell you, hey, I don't know what receiver don't want to catch the football, man. That's not, blocking is part of the business. We get it, but it ain't what we do.
Right.
I mean, me and Hines were playing. We had a conversation, and he saw blocking as an opportunity to get him on the field. And once he got on the field, he wanted to catch football too, like everybody else.
Right.
But he saw blocking as an opportunity to get on the field. And he said, KD, blocking ain't nothing but want to. You either want to, you don't. It's nothing but effort. And some receivers get more effort than others when it comes to blocking. And to Coach's point, you're right. On this offense, on this team, you're gonna block. You got one of the best players in the National Football League. He's going to get the rock.
Yeah.
If you ain't blocking on the edges and you're the one that stops a potential touchdown because you got lazy on that blocking, that's when they're gonna go to the next guy.
Yeah.
At the same time, that's a hard pill to swallow. I'm doing my work. I want to prove my value to the team. Give me some opportunity. Let me earn my keep, so to speak, other than up here putting on these linemen shoulder pads and blocking on the field all day long.
Switching it, turning the page. What does it mean when you get your QB, your starting quarterback, no knock to the backup or anything, whoever it may be, you get your starter back out there, been gone for 2 weeks. Now you get him back in the building, and it's a strong possibility that he plays. What kind of excitement goes through your mind after that?
I think it's circumstantial in the sense that I think now, depending on, like with Neil O'Donnell, it was a different circumstance, a veteran quarterback who knew the offense, who can expand the playbook if you wanted as far as passing game. He was a different type of backup. When you're talking about a rookie backup and you condense that playbook some and you're not throwing a whole lot, that's when you're like, okay, we got a quarterback now, but I probably going to get more opportunities in the passing game.
Yeah.
We're not going to just sit there and throw 10 times in a game or 5 times and a half or 1 time and a half or whatever it was a couple weeks ago. There's going to be a little bit more opportunities for me as a playmaker or as a receiver and because of the starters back. That means a playbook is opening up. When it's a rookie, maybe a rookie who's still learning the pro game, people won't understand too. I mean, Malik is an NFL quarterback, but he's not coming from an NFL-type offense.
Right.
And for all the people saying that adjustment's still there. He's been in a spread-style offense for a big bulk of his playing career up until recently, and now you're telling this man to be something he's not. So they don't even have the plays in the playbook addressing his skill set. If you look at what they've done in Baltimore, they changed their philosophy. They catered their offense to the quarterback, and that's the philosophy difference in a lot of coaches. you can draft a quarterback, and then there's the philosophy of, do I maneuver the offense enough, manufacture offense enough to fit the skills of my quarterback,
Right.
or do I try to make the quarterback fit my offense? And I think they're trying to make Malik fit their offense, and that's not necessarily his skill set. And it almost worked. You went 1-on-1 with him back there and still running the Tannehill offense, if you will.
Let me ask you this, KD. I'm big on, man, having to protect the players from themselves. There's a couple of nagging injuries throughout, and you got big games coming up, especially winnable games. What's your thoughts on guys you having to protect them, making them sit out for a game here, a game there, especially getting ready for a short week? That may be two different questions in one, but what's your thoughts on it?
Well, I think it's similar to the bye week in that
Yeah.
You still got to play because, if you're healthy enough to be out there, you got to play. If not, and you're going to be more detrimental to the team being out there because your health, they sit out. Because you got to stack wins. They're hard enough to come by regardless of the circumstances or not, stars in or not. I don't care if the team is 0 whatever or not. Wins are wins in National Football League. So you got to have all hands on deck when you can have them, and then they're not, the guys behind them have to step up and make plays. But, it's one of those things. If you can go, you're going to go. That's part of the business, man. Guys are gladiators, man. They're gonna do what they can to help their team win. But if it's to the point where it's going to be detrimental to the team, or it's going to further that injury along and prolong that injury, I should say, then you're going to sit out. But for the most part, if I can go, I'm going to go. If I feel like I can help my team win, I'm going to be out there. And that's kind of the mentality of a football player.
Gotcha. Now, which game do you think is more winnable? You got Coach Nathaniel Hackett coming in, and you got player Nathaniel Russell Wilson coming in, and also listen, it's a lot of respect for what's coming down the line Thursday going to Green Bay. A-Rod, we understand his resume, just like we understood Russ's resume. But because
that's always a hard place to play.
Yeah, without question. But when you have Nathaniel-isms happening, such as Green Bay on this will be a 5-game losing streak. They got to go to Dallas. Could be 6 games. What's the mindset walking in there? You just need them to Nathaniel, or you got to go out there like they still are, Russ from Seattle or A-Rod from the MVP years?
Here you go. Now you got me asked.
Here he goes.
I'm just throwing it out there, KD. That's all I'm doing. I'm just throwing it out there.
But look, if you can't get after, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna hold true to this. If you can't get to the quarterback, you ain't applying pressure.
Yeah.
I don't care who is back there.
Okay.
It could be me back there. You can just let the quarterback sit back there and play 7-on-7.
Yeah.
He has all day to pinpoint them passes. You can take a retired quarterback right now because they can still spin it. And they can go out there and throw for 300-plus yards.
Yeah.
And then you got to apply that pressure, right?
Right.
So regardless, of the 3, the Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers is always dangerous, but his receivers don't scare you.
Yep.
So of the 3, I got to go with Burrow. And even though he's short one for a little bit, he's an up-and-coming guy. He spins the ball real nice, but he still has 2 or 3 very talented wide receivers that pose some issues for a defense. So of the 3, I would go that route. I see Russell Wilson. He's a little gun-shy right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to have that same kind of that fear factor in him. He's not even running nearly as much as he used to, extending plays like he used to. He, of the 3, is probably the one I least worry about at this juncture in the season. But, I still, man, I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. He's an accurate quarterback, and he's still back there. As long as people like him and Tom Brady and some of the other guys have had Hall of Fame type careers, as long as they back there, man, if you give them jokers time, they're going to find ways to beat you. And that's why you got to put pressure on, because they getting older now, too. They don't want to get hit any more than anybody else. And when you get older, you start getting people around your feet and on your arms, and they start thinking about that retirement plan, man. So you got to get that pressure on.
See, guess what, KD?
That's the honesty we want.
And that's what I was just about to say. Like, listen, you always, even when I put you on the Nathaniel hot seat, you always give me an answer. You know what I mean? And that's what I respect out of you, dog. I love that. Appreciate you, KD.
I'm going to tell you, man.
Yeah.
I've been around that league, man. Them receivers and them quarterbacks, man, them jokers, they good.
Yeah.
There's some that better and others for real. That's without a doubt.
Right.
But if you give any one of these quarterbacks 1 through 32 time, and they did it in high school, they did it in college, it's just like 7 on 7 of them. They got time. They can just pick through that defense and pinpoint that ball. Oh, they all going to look like a Pro Bowler.
Yep.
But if you put that pressure on them, you mix that defense up, mix that coverage up, things like that to get their mind going, thinking on things, that's when they become the Nathaniels of the National Football League. But if you just let me sit back there, I can go out there and complete some balls, and I'm not even a quarterback.
Hey, man, the most important part of that conversation was you saying, Nathaniel. Bert, cut that. Keep that, Bert. Put that down. I got my man KD on record. Nathaniel came out of him. That's what I'm talking about, my man.
Thank you, Dr. Dice.
No, man.
Good stuff.
All right,
Hey, I
KD.
appreciate y'all,
No
man.
doubt, bro.
There you go, Kevin Dyson.
I knew
Look
I
at
could
that.
get him.
He's
It took me
listening
8
to
weeks,
you,
but we
Slay.
got him. 8 weeks, we got him.
Actually, technically 9, right?
Yeah, 9. That's right.
Oh, look,
Yeah, Bert.
and Bert's jumping in, too. There you go. Well, come see us. We are at Buffalo Wild Wings in Spring Hill, and at some point in the next, 30, 45 minutes, we are going to be giving away Titans-Bengals tickets.
Yep, and Titans-Broncos.
Titans-Broncos on the phone?
Yep, on the
Next?
phone. Yep.
Okay, start of the
hurry
next
up. Yep,
segment.
hurry
So
up, get-
if you cannot make it out here, listen in the next segment. We'll give you your cue to call to
Yep.
win Titans-Broncos tickets, and then come on out here, have some wings, have a drink,
Yep.
and we'll give away Titans-Bengals tickets before 6 o'clock.
No Nathaniels are in the building. This is a Nathaniel free zone. So come on out.
This is 3HL 104.5 The Zone. We're back after this. I like your choice of music, Bert. Bert is back at the station. This is 3HL on 104.5 The Zone. Don Davenport with Ron Slade. Joe Funk is here. Kirby is here. We are live in Spring Hill at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes.
If you want to come join us, we will give away in the next 20 minutes.
Yep.
Just right before 6 o'clock, we'll give away a pair of tickets thanks to Kelly from Buffalo Wild Wings, club level tickets to the Bengals game. And you can win those here in person. Just come put your name in the box and we will draw that at about 5:45. At the end of this segment, if you are listening in the car, stick around. We will give away Titans and Broncos tickets at the end of this segment. So
got it, Babsy.
Yes. All right. Good news today.
Yes. What is the good news, Babsy?
Sorry. Somebody just randomly texted me, watch out for Eli Drinkowitz's game plan this week.
Yeah. Yeah, we on lookout. We on high alert for
I
it.
just thought of you and your little rant earlier today.
This worked so good for them in the past. Yeah, we are on high alert for that because they are battle tested according to their quarterback, Brady Cook. So high alert. Matter of fact,
Why did I do that? Why did I get him
You
going
were about
again?
to talk about
I
Tannehill
was
and
about
then
to
right
talk
turn.
about the good news for the Titans today. Ryan Tannehill, full participant in practice.
I'm just
today.
saying, Babs, that they so battle tested, they got one win more than Vanderbilt. Yeah,
bad.
Yeah, exactly, and 2 wins more than them in the conference. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good luck, Brady. I can't. Boy, you make me want to cancel everything and go to the game.
Well, I did get a couple of tweets of people that are leaving at 7 a.m. in the morning. Make sure they're there for that.
See what I'm
even
saying?
I'm going to be
Early
at this
kick.
game.
Yeah, I like.
You
yeah,
are.
I
yeah,
am.
to the top of your lungs.
My son has been to. This will be his second football game ever to attend. This will also be his second Tennessee game to ever attend.
So he's only been to Tennessee games?
He has only been to Tennessee games. The first one was the Music City Bowl last year. This will be his first one in Neyland. Because when he went during the summer, he said, I want to come back for a game. So we're making
he's
it
gonna
happen.
be spoiled.
So I just want to know, like, was it the 17-14 loss to Auburn that made them battle tested, or was it the 26-22 loss to Georgia?
Well, their running back knows that he's never going to fumble through the end zone again to lose a football game. That's he's already done that once.
Hey, they lost to Georgia by less points than Tennessee did.
They also played at home, and they played the
I'm
best
just
game.
saying.
They played the best game of their life.
I'm just
They
saying.
played the best game of their life. And then at the end of that, you know what their record is? Right now, Babsy, 2-4 in the conference. And they
Tough conference.
and they're battle Babsy.
Just poking the sleigh bear.
Hey, boy.
Just poking
You know what?
the sleigh
It's
bear.
Trash Talk Friday tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. I got more for Bradley Cook and his battle-tested Tigers.
Well, his name's Brady, but okay.
That lets you know. That right there lets you know. I don't even know the man's name. Bradley Cook. Your name Bradley now. Since
All
you're so
right.
battle-tested.
So, hey, battle-tested Ryan Tannehill. The good news at practice
Thank you,
today
Babs.
is that Ryan Tannehill was back full participant in practice today.
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. Also, full participants today, Danico Autry. He was limited yesterday. Aaron Brewer with a toe injury, full participant today. Dontrell Hilliard, Lonnie Johnson, David Long, Kevin Strong, all limited yesterday, and they were all full participants today. That is good news. Torrey Carter as well for the second day in a row. The bad news. Did not practice. This is the one that stands out to me. Christian Fulton, limited yesterday with a hamstring injury, did not go at all today.
Yeah.
Zach Cunningham, Bud Dupree with a hip, Amani Hooker, shoulder, Jeffrey Simmons, ankle, Tier Tart, illness, Josh Thompson, knee. None of them practiced today. Derrick Henry, not injury related, did not practice either. We do not expect him to ever practice. He's good to go.
Yeah, you done for you. Matter of fact, King Henry, you cool for the rest of the year.
Yes, Joshua Kalu, also illness, did not practice today.
You know what? Another thing about those non-practicing guys, like Big Jeff, I heard Coach Mack today on Ramon Kelly and Will say that he can count after halfway through the season, he can count on his hand how many times Richard Dent used to practice.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, now, of course, those practices.
Jeffrey Simmons might not ever practice again the rest
we
of
okay
the
with
season.
it. I'm okay with it.
It's okay.
I'm okay with it.
He also played almost 100 snaps on Sunday night.
He's in shape.
I think he's all right, and was still effective with a
Yep.
bum ankle. So, Denver Broncos injury updates from today, and this is a big one. Linebacker Baron Browning with a hip injury for the second straight day did not practice. We had mentioned Justin Simmons, their safety, has a knee injury. Didn't practice yesterday. Was limited today.
Right.
I think I thought he did not practice today,
Yeah.
but he was back at practice. He was
Okay, that's
limited today. No, that's not good.
I mean, no.
That's good for the Broncos, I guess.
Yeah, we want to put him on out there.
Yes.
We got something for him. We throwing the ball.
Yeah, he's gonna stop that deep ball that we throw a lot.
That's right.
Yeah.
Put him in the box.
Wide receiver KJ Hamler, hamstring injury for them, limited yesterday. It actually happened in practice yesterday. Did not practice today, and the reports out of Denver is that he will not play on Sunday against the Titans. So, again, one less weapon for an offense that is already struggling. I think they expected him to really kind of step in a little bit more of that slot receiver position as well. But looks like KJ Hamler will not go. Limited today, Tyree Cleveland with a groin injury. Cameron Fleming. Those are all your important injuries for the Broncos.
You also have to remember with the Titans, these players that are not practicing, they're also about to go through 3 games in 11 days.
Yeah.
So those being healthy for those games are probably a little bit more important. That's the reason why you're seeing a lot of these players not practicing. So if it's a shoulder injury, it's all right. Like, okay, no big deal. We want to make sure you're good for Denver because then you turn around 3 days later, we're flying to Green Bay. Then right after that, you got to turn around and you're playing the Bengals. So these are 3 important games coming up.
Protecting the players from themselves.
Yes. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the Broncos from a standpoint of defense because you look at some of the stats and what they're doing, their passing defense, legit. One of the best passing Ds in the country. Not necessarily when it comes to run D. So they're second in overall defense, but 21st in rushing defense, giving up 122.6 a game. Derrick Henry talked today. Bert, hopefully you have this, but Derrick Henry talked today about the Titans' success at running the ball. Or not?
No.
Yes.
I mean, I don't really try to.
Just got to give me a sec.
A stamp is we got to be number one, but I think just me playing at a high level or have a efficiency affecting the game by the way I play, whether I have the ball or if I don't have the ball, being the best teammate I can be, and us just being tied together and having the will and wanting to dominate each game on line of scrimmage and doing our job the best we can.
You told us.
It's like the longest Derrick Henry bite ever.
Yeah, and the quietest. Come on, King Henry.
What? He's like quiet assassin.
The quiet storm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give us a little bit more next time, King. I need a little more
I
volume.
thought he
King.
gave a lot. Did you not listen to
yes,
it?
the comment was fine. I just need a little bit more volume from King Henry.
Well, in his defense, I just threw Bert under the bus back there and told him to play Derrick Henry out of nowhere. Sorry, Robert. Probably should have warned you. Jeffrey Simmons also speaking today in the locker room talked about his injury and where he is health-wise. This was his answer.
I'm focused on just day by day, honestly. I mean, I don't know what God have in store for me, but, the only thing I can control, and that's attack this rehab each and every day and just honestly just believing what Brave and them got me doing and Todd and them, trusting in them that they're going to get this ankle right. And, if it's be out there Sunday, Thursday, and whenever it may be, I'm excited just to be in the building for sure. So it sounds like.
What's your athlete's take on that?
My athlete's take on that, Babsy, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be out there playing. If it's left up to me, of course I'm not going to be healthy, but I'm coming out there to play. Sunday I'm suiting up. Thursday I'm suiting up. The next Sunday after the mini bye I'm suiting up. Like I'm not stopping. I am not stopping. Heavily taped, not taped, it don't matter. I'm getting out there and playing. So hopefully whatever Vrabel and them got me doing, Todd and them got me doing, is going to get me back healthy because I ain't stopping.
You know what my take is?
What?
My ankle is really jacked up.
I believe that. Yeah, I'm check.
And it's so jacked up that I'm going to say, control what you can control, and we'll see what God has in store because there ain't nothing else that I can do to make it unjacked up. That is my take on it.
No, and you're right, but see, we also know that him just being on the field is going to take one or two offensive linemen away from somebody else. It's going to open something up for Long, going to open something up for Danico. Just him being there does that. So I think he knows that as well. As look, I may not get the sacks, I may not get the pressures, but me being on the field is about to open up something else for our defense.
It's just so much different, bro, when he out there healthy. I like to see it. But I feel you on that. Another key that I think for this stretch run, I don't know what we got to do. We got to get Bud back healthy.
Yeah.
Bud got to get back healthy. This is a different defense.
Night.
It's crazy, Babs. Like, especially after losing Landry. It seems Weaver's kind of cooled down.
That 3rd and 17 was after Bud was out of the game.
Yep.
That Patrick Mahomes 3rd and 17 conversion.
Exactly right. So it's drastically different without having a guy like him in there. And like you see, he's worth the dollar. You just got to be able to stay on the field. Can he stay on the field?
Well, and same thing happened last season.
Yep.
I mean, this is almost same story with him. Him continuing to be injured, not being able to get the pressure on the quarterback and being able to contain. I mean, there was a game last year, I want to say it may have been the Dolphins game. He was out there for maybe one play, maybe a series, and then he got injured and he was off the field again. And it was the whole defense changes when he's not there protecting the edge.
I hope this isn't some lingering throughout his career, man, because, he got talent. And he's a big dude. Like, Bud ain't running around 6'2", like Bud up there, 6'4", 6'5", 270, like moving. So, man,
you forget how big he is
because
you watch him move.
Yep, you do.
No doubt. Okay, let's give away tickets.
Oh, give away again.
Yes. I know. I miss Mayor today. Like, he's on this. He has it, like, all listed out.
Yep.
I'm a hot disaster here. Like, I don't even know.
You're doing a great job, Babs.
Yeah. I'm hanging in there. All right, Broncos and Titans tickets on the phone. If you are listening, we are giving away now for Titans ticket Thursday. Caller number 5, 615-737-1045. 2 tickets to see your Titans host the Denver Broncos this Sunday at Nissan Stadium, plus 2 tickets to the Titans VIP tailgate. I know somebody who's there at
that's
that
me.
Bridge building. Yes,
I know him.
Yeah.
Thanks to Bullseye Event Group. Good luck to you. Go ahead and call in now. It's a really cool pregame event.
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
serious. It's the best one in town. Like it's climate
drinks
controlled.
included,
Yeah,
like
4
everything.
floors, different food station on every floor. Unlimited bar. You can't beat. And it's kid friendly, man. You got the Xbox station set up so you can bring your kids. They fine. Like it's beautiful, man. I'm telling you, it's a great setup.
Maybe we need to
I'm telling you, man.
take a trip out to Uncle Slay's
3 hours
party.
of an experience. This ain't just no tailgate. This is an experience.
Nice. All right,
Hey.
there you go. Good luck to you. This is 3HL 104.5 The Zone. We're live in Spring Hill at Buffalo Wild Wings. Come on out in the next 10 minutes. If you get your name in the box, we're giving away some Bengals, Titans tickets, club level. Good stuff.
Let's go.
Stay with us.
3HL, you have made it right here, 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings. We see y'all, man. Y'all came out here and drove Spring Hill. Y'all put it down. Y'all put it down. Great crowd, great atmosphere, good energy. This is what we're here for, Babsy. We ready to give away something?
Yeah, you want to give away some Titans-Bengals tickets?
I think we are.
Thanks to our guy, Kelly, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Shout out to Kelly.
Shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes.
Busy, Miller Lite, everybody that comes to hang with us, too. We love doing these. We love seeing you guys. We don't get to Spring Hill very often, so it is nice to be out this way.
We got a
you guys have been amazing.
We got a new Vol in the making too, man. I was trying to get him to get up here and be in the building with me, but he didn't want to come up here and be in the building. I ain't sure. You ready? You ready to be in the building? You don't want to be in the building right now. He's in the building, but he don't really want to.
He's like, why are you doing this to me, Slay? You're scary.
He loves the show. You know what I mean? Hey, that's my man. We're going to get him. I'm going to bring him in the studio next year. He's going to be ready.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, we will.
All right, our driving for Titans-Bengals tickets. You got it?
Here we go. We got Titans-Bengals tickets.
Hey, Kirby, can you turn Honk?
As soon as Honk is up right now.
Yes, I am good to go, and I have our last winner of the evening. That winner is Eric Regis.
Everybody say, oh.
They're like, forget Eric. Forget Eric.
Where's Eric? I like it better when
I like it when they're here, too, man. We're going to put a stipulation on this. She said, yeah, right.
Eric Regis. All right, congrats, Eric. There you go.
Yeah, you're going to see the Titans beat up on the Bengals for what happened in January.
Eric, you got 35 seconds to get up here. If you ain't here, we call another name.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. Okay, my bad. I try to make up my own rule. Everybody else with it. Look, she's with it.
Yeah, they're with it.
Everybody with it.
Can we legally do that?
No. I'm going to have lawyers calling me now.
Hey, man.
I was asking Kirby.
Answer the phone, man. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Eric was here at some point, okay?
Okay, well, guess what? He'll be at the Titans VIP tailgate, too.
All right.
On Sunday.
You guys are going to be at Scoreboard
Bar and Grill tomorrow. Right there on Music Valley Drive near Opryland Hotel. Come on out there, man. Try that hot stuff they got, man. Whatever it is. Kirby tried it. I ain't trying it.
Kirby, you tried the hot stuff?
Yep.
It's painful?
Told you.
Hold on.
He got his own mic.
And he's about to talk with his mouth full.
Yeah, if you'd ever like to have your eyes water up to the point where you couldn't focus, lose sense of taste and smell for 4 hours, have some.
See, told you.
Kirby, you haven't jumped on our show in a while.
He hasn't, man.
I miss that voice on air.
I'm afraid of you.
That is not true. I have seen how you act sometimes. That is not true.
Man, shout out to the people who are interacting, too, on all the streaming sites, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Yes, indeed. Euro Mayor will be back tomorrow, leading us.
Thank goodness.
Ooh.
It's hard to keep up with all the stuff he keeps up with.
Mayor makes this seem so easy.
You know what? Mayor's like Stetson Bennett.
He is. I ain't no credit to him, man.
He doesn't get enough credit.
No, man. We miss our guy, man. We hurry up, Euro.
I mean, all organized.
Yeah, man.
And he's got his little giveaway sheet. What did you say?
Hey, man, my little book, I got so much stuff scribbled in it, and I don't think I read one thing in it. That's what's the wildest thing.
He's been here for like an hour before the show, just writing down.
Writing
everything down, and then he gets up there, closes the book.
Like, it ain't even, like,
what'd you write?
Yeah, it just don't seem right.
He wrote the breakdown of the show, giveaways, everything.
I got a lot of stuff, but it just ain't Euro-like, so I decided not to read it. I could give away a Warren Moon autograph picture.
Ooh, yeah.
We got this from the Super Bowl.
We did.
Yep, I'm going to keep it. How about that? But
pretty cool picture.
Big time games coming up this weekend, man. Titans need to get victory. Vols need to get a victory. Stand up college football playoff hunt. TCU needs to go down to Texas and lose.
Yep.
That would help tremendously.
It would help you guys for Washington to beat Oregon.
That's
and then
very true.
You don't even have to worry about if Oregon wins out.
That would help. That would help tremendously.
I don't think Washington probably has the.
You know who does though?
Has the dogs to get it done, but
the fighting Kevin Dysons do. They got to play Utah too at Utah. I believe.
They do, yeah.
So that ought to be a good one. Missouri said they're battle tested. So, man, I look so much bigger than you sitting beside you. I'm looking at us on the camera.
Hi.
But golly, though.
Thank you.
Like a giant over here, man.
As he just said, Slay, you're 6'8".
I know.
Yeah. You think she feels bad? Think about how Will felt on Saturday last week with you on one side and Ramon on the other.
But guess what, though? I can't see me sitting there. I can't see me seeing me until now. That's why my car ain't got no roof.
Because you're too big.
Yeah. What we got?
Anyway, so those are the schedules.
You in the building?
Man, this is a good crowd here. They've been here the whole time, too.
What is that?
Something about you need him.
I
need you to need me to need you. Oh, he says he's a realtor. And
you're a realtor? That ain't what he said. He got a bill. How you going to be a realtor right now?
Realtors can't drink?
Not right now.
They're always on call.
What do you mean not right now?
No, you can't. Not when you're drinking. You can't realtor while you're drinking.
He may be a better negotiator when he has alcohol in his system.
Well, you can't do a radio show when you're drinking. I don't think that stopped you before.
I never do. I never do, man.
Just kidding, bosses. Just kidding.
100% joke.
All right. We're wrapping this up.
Yeah,
Bert.
man. This was a blast. Thank you, Bert, for hitting the music. We are out of here, man. Shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Thank you, Spring Hill. It's been fun.
Much love, baby. Much love.
Tighten up.
We'll see y'all tomorrow, people.
Mayor
God bless
is back in the building tomorrow.
We're out of here.
See ya.